So at this point, when this component loads, we actually verify that the user is allowed to be here on line 22 here, where we call security.requireToken. Then we make the request to the Go backend to get a list of all users, and we convert that into the format that we need it in, and then we store that in the local state, in the data for this component, users. Now we want to display the list of all users in a table up here in the template section. And that's really easy, and you should already know how to do this, but we'll go through it anyway. So I put a horizontal rule in just to separate things. Then I'll put in a table with a class using the Bootstraps class of table compact, and table-striped. Then I'll close my table tag. And I'll put in a t-head section and close my t-head. And then I'll put a row in, tr, and close my row, /tr. And we'll put the headings in here. And I'll just go with two. th, the first one is user, just the user's name, and their email address. That's all I really want to display. Okay? So after the t-head section, I'll put in a t-body section and close that. And in between those, I'll put in a tr with the v-4, that directive directly from Vue. And we're going to make that equal to u in this.users, the local state, okay? And of course we have to have a v-bind or we'll get an error, and its key will be equal to, say, u.id. I know that user IDs are unique, so I can use that. So that's my opening tr, and down here I'll put a closing tr, and in between is everything we're looping through. And what we're going to put in, of course, is a td tag and a closing td tag. And I'll get rid of this blank line. And in between those, I'll put in a link, a router-link, and that's going to be using the colon syntax, 2 equals /admin/user / and then whatever user ID is. Now I'm going to change the syntax here to use this. The JavaScript template syntax. It's just cleaner, okay? So backticks instead of quote marks. So $, and then in curly brackets, u.id. So that's what I'm going to link to. And of course that needs to be wrapped in quotes. That's why I had those there. That's better. Then I'll close this and put in the u.lastname, the user's last name, and then a comma, and then u.firstname. And then I'll close the router link. Okay, so that's my first table cell, and my second table cell is really simple. It's just this, td u.email. And close the td. Okay? Now let's make sure we have this URL right, /admin/user. And I'll go over to my router index, /admin/user, and then an ID. /admin/users. It's a good thing I checked. There has to be an S there. That's better. Okay? So with those few changes, let me straighten this up a little bit. That looks better. Let's make sure this is running. It is. Then let's go back to our web browser. And there, it refreshed. Now, as you can see, I've been playing with this and put a few extra users in here, and you might just have one, but the point is, it's actually displaying them properly. Now, when I go to the admin menu and choose Manage Users, I get a list of the users, and what I want to happen next is when I click on this, I want to see a form that actually displays the details for that user so I can change it if necessary. And the other thing I want to do, and I'll probably do this one first, is actually to add a user to the database. So we'll get started on that in the next lecture.